So this is a little different than the deadliest catch, but we're here to get lucky. I hope we catch something good. And the cat. That was fun.
I'm Adrian Calvo, chef, author, traveler, and restaurateur. I've been cooking for as long as I can remember, and along the way, I created a little something called maximum flavor. That's my style of cooking. I want to activate all parts of the palate: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and spicy, sending delicious endorphins to your brain. And now, I'm on the hunt for inspiration. Join me as I head out in search of maximum flavor. Portland, Maine is a peninsula along Casco Bay. It's a great place for sailing and outdoor adventures, but most of all, two of my favorite food items, oysters and lobster. The water here is the key to it all. The cold and clean ocean water creates the perfect environment for lobsters, and it's also why their oysters are so special. Today I'm going to visit local oyster farms here in Portland with my executive chef, Egg, for some research. Our first stop is Oyster Co, and let me tell you, they couldn't have picked a better name because owner Ben really does love his oyster farm.
Ben, this place is just breathtaking. It's stunning. I have to ask, what inspired you to put an oyster farm here?
So really, it comes down to the story of a farm-raised bivalve for me. I had relocated my family here. I was looking for purpose and meaning in my work, and I really wanted to work on the water. And when I learned about the story of a farm-raised bivalve, I was truly inspired. These are miraculous little creatures.
What's a bivalve for us mere mortals?
Yes.
What's a bivalve?
So here we grow oysters. Okay. Yeah. But a bivalve is also just, a mussel, a scallop. These creatures bring a great deal of happiness to people who eat them. They're a source of protein, full of vitamins and minerals. They're loaded with zinc. And so they do all this while asking very little of the planet in return. They basically sit out here in the cages. So this is a source of protein that requires zero water, fertilizer, or feed. So there's no inputs to create this. So it's just a very virtuous source of protein that's wonderful and delicious.
Virtuous, I like that. So what's the flavor profile of these specific oysters? How are they different from any other ones?
Yep, so there's a saying in the oyster world, the miroir of the oyster. We borrow it from the wine world. So the grapes and the wine that ultimately you taste, it's formed by the land. Right. So that expression in the wine world is called terroir. Right. And so these oysters essentially taste like the water that they're sitting in. So largely it's the environment that shapes the flavor. So what you get here is you get a really clean oyster, a really bright oyster, a little bit of sweetness, and that will really differ from what you'd find in an estuary higher up. So oysters are super fun in this way. Every farm should have a very distinct flavor, even within the state of Maine.
Just amazing. I can't wait to try one. So this is the freshest oyster experience of my entire life. These oysters were just in the water.
Kayaking around Love Point Oyster Co and tasting some locally grown oysters was the most incredible experience, but our tour wasn't over. We also explored a larger local operation, Mere Point Oysters, and we even saw them cleaning the cages. Do you know how they do that? They flip them and expose them to sunlight. Nature is just incredible. We even got to hold some baby oysters. It's crazy to think these tiny things, just larger than a grain of sand, will become the delicious oysters we just ate. Going back to the topic of water, the water in Maine is very clean, but it's not crystal clear. That's because it's so rich in minerals. I'm ready to show you more of why this beautiful destination was a summer retreat for New Yorkers looking to get away. When I think Maine, I think lighthouses, lobsters, and oysters. But what if I told you 4 other words? New England clam bake, Done Maine style, of course.
So we're here at one of our favorite restaurants in Maine, in Portland, Maine, Eventide, and this is their take on a New England clam bake. It comes in a steam basket, and here you have some mussels, lobster, salt pork, and clams. And these clams, you'll notice that they have this little gray thing here. It's called the foot, and so it kind of helps you dip the clam in butter, right? So this is how you eat it. You use the foot as like your vessel for hanging, right?
Okay, don't stick the foot in your mouth. Though.
I won't. I won't stick the foot in my mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, so you dip the clam, and this is like clam juice and butter. It's really good.
Maximum flavor.
And what a better way to continue to show you Maine than to get back out on the water. I'm on this sailboat today to learn how to sail. How hard could it be? Famous last words.
You weren't kidding when you said it was hard.
I have big muscles. It was great. It was easy.
The second sail was the jib.
What a rush. That was awesome. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
That was so much fun. I can see why people decide to sail around the world. Summers in Maine are just magical, and I've learned that life here in Portland is definitely seasonal. One thing that's synonymous with summer here is the lobster roll, and I can't wait to show you why. At my restaurants, we source our lobsters from Maine, and there's a good reason for that. Maine lobster is much larger, sweeter, and more tender than their spiny counterparts such as the Florida lobster. Now, don't get me wrong, a Caribbean or Florida lobster is very delicious in its own way, but I'm a huge Maine lobster fan.
So tell me a little bit about lobstering in present-day Maine.
We're going to pick up some traps and see what we can find. The traps that we're picking up today have been down for a couple days since the last time we checked them. All right, so one of the first things we're going to have to do is fill up our bait bags. These are going to go in the trap, and that's what attracts the lobsters. All right, let's see what we get here. Hoping for a big one.
Hoping for let's get lucky. All right.
All right.
Ooh.
So we got to measure these. In order for us to keep it, it's got to be 3 1/4 inches across the back. That's called the carapace. We measure from the back of the eye to where the back meets the tail. On our measuring tool, from point to point, it's exactly 3 1/4. I'll put the first point down just behind the eye and then set the second one down. If that lands up on the back, it's big enough and we can keep it. If that hits the tail, it's too small. We're up on the back.
Right. Wow.
Keep her.
Okay.
Yeah. Every time we catch a lobster, we have to check and see if it's a male or a female. You can do that by looking underneath the tail. These here are called swimmerettes. If you look at the top two on this one, see they're kind of soft and feathery, they crisscross over?
Yeah.
That's a female. This one, they're bigger and more rigid, kind of light with an orange tip, that's the male.
Got it.
When you come to Maine and get lobster in the summer months, a lot of times you're going to be eating a new shell lobster or soft shell. So they molt typically in the summer months, and when they have their new softer shell, the meat that's inside there is more sweet and more tender.
So we started off the day at the marina next door going lobstering. We brought up the traps, we held some lobsters, it was great. So I've had lobster in my head all day. So now we're here at the world famous Luke's Lobster. Safety first. So we're sitting here in front of a 2-pound lobster, and you might be a little intimidated. How do I go at this? Where do I begin? But I got you. That didn't go as planned. There we go. So we start off by taking the tail off first. So you want to twist it. You hold the body cavity like this. You twist it like so. Put that on the side. Then we twist off. Here we go, the claws. And there's meat in here as well. Okay, so it's not just the claws, it's all this as well. Okay, we do that to the other side. Put that on the side. Now this, we can set this aside. We don't eat this part. Thank you.
That's what I'm here for.
Okay, so now here we start cracking. This is actually pretty soft. You start cracking and it takes off that little first piece of meat. That's it.
We seem to always go back to the water here in Maine, this time on a ferry to Peaks Island. Why, you may wonder? Because of lobster, of course. We're heading to Island Lobster Co to meet its owner, Katie. Her husband, Tom, brings in the lobster every day, and you get to eat it with a view of Casco Bay. I can't wait.
This food is outstanding. I think it's the best that we've had while we've been here in Maine.
Wonderful.
What inspired you to do this? What brought you to Island Lobster Co?
I'm from here. I grew up here. I worked on this property in high school. You move away, you get a family, life goes on a crazy turn, and then you go back to your roots. And my husband and I were presented this opportunity. I worked in healthcare. He's a lobsterman. We're like, let's do it. Let's do this crazy turn and spend more time with our kids and get back to Peaks Island. So we did.
How long ago was this?
This is our 3rd season.
Congratulations. It looks like it's gangbusters for you.
It is. It's coming. It's developing. We had to rebuild a 1900 cottage to do it. So we're very blessed for all the local support. All my contractors are Peaks Island firefighters / carpenter or electrician, and everyone came together to help me out.
Community. Maine is so big on community. Everybody's just tied to everything and they want to help. I mean, it's such a beautiful thing to just want to be there for each other, and I think it's even more so in the food industry and agriculture. It's what we've learned so far.
It's really important to, I think, Maine as a whole, tourism, because Maine, largely is made up of farmers, fishermen, traditional occupations. So coming together helps everybody.
It sure does. And well, speaking of coming together, all these flavors really just came together. I mean, my palate's happy. My mouth is really happy right now. Thank you for your hospitality. It was just ridiculously delicious. If anybody asks me, when I come to Maine or Portland or anywhere in the vicinity, I'm going to tell everybody they have to come to Island Lobster Co. You must come here.
Thank you so much. Jump on the ferry, do something different, get out of the box.
Get out of the box, for sure.
Unplug and have a cocktail and watch the sunset.
Tonight definitely had some magic. And even though Portland has a very relaxed vibe, you can still take a short ferry ride to an island getaway spot that looks straight out of the movies, Peaks Island. It also doesn't hurt that the food and drinks are amazing at Island Lobster Co. I visited Portland earlier this year and experienced an incredibly different, but still beautiful Portland. This time around, I had to visit a very famous restaurant that's a bit challenging to get into, but totally worth planning for, the White Barn Inn. Today I'm trying their special lobster menu and getting to meet their executive chef.
So tell me a little bit about this fairy tale of a restaurant, the White Barn Inn. Tell me, I'm excited.
So the White Barn, it's a 150-year-old barn, obviously, that we're situated in right here.
So it was a real barn?
So it was a working barn at one point, so it actually had farm animals in it at some point. So now it's transformed, obviously. It's this beautiful kind of transition from a barn that housed animals. Now we're actually serving food.
Speaking about the food, what's the kind of cuisine that you serve here?
So I'd say the cuisine is American with European influence. We stick true to the seasons and as much local cuisine as or local products that we can find. But overall, I would say it's American cuisine.
American cuisine. And tell me a little bit about your career. What brought you here?
I have worked in luxury hotels my past few jobs and in upscale restaurants. So coming to Maine, the attraction was working at a small, intimate inn where I could have more control over the food. And this was the perfect setting for me to really be able to create and make unique experiences for people.
I was reviewing your menu, and we've had lobster all over Maine, right? All over Portland, but the creative spins that you have come up here with lobster, what inspired you to do that?
you know, everyone travels to Maine, as you did, to experience lobster. So we wanted to showcase that in its best and purest form. So we created a menu where everything, even the dessert, has lobster on the menu.
The dessert has lobster?
Yes. So, you know, a lot of people are surprised, just as you are, to see lobster on the dessert. But we really wanted to create a menu where we're showcasing Maine's most famous ingredient. And within that menu, we also showcase what's the best part of the season in Maine. So right now we have peppers and corn and things like that.
Corn. Oh, egg, peppers and corn. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to taste this. What's your favorite dish on the menu?
So the one in particular has corn pudding on the bottom, that black trumpet mushrooms, some seasonal peppers, so you'll be served that today. That one's my favorite dish.
How does it make you feel to have the second longest running restaurant to have 5 stars and 5 diamonds?
You know, it's a lot of pressure, but at the same time, I think that it makes us better. You know, as a restaurant, it really pushes the employees. It shows the importance of what we do every day. You know, it's hard work working in a kitchen in a restaurant in general, but knowing that we're doing something for a purpose, like, helps us get through the day and make those great experiences for people.
I can see why he said this was his favorite. This is the lobster French toast.
Wow.
Wow.
This is definitely my favorite.
Oh yeah. This super works.
Wow, that was unforgettable, especially that dessert. I would have never thought of adding lobster to a dessert. I can't wait to take all of these experiences back to my kitchen.
So we're back here in my kitchen at Redfish by Chef Adrian. We talked about all kinds of lobsters, Maine lobster, Caribbean lobster, Florida lobster, but like I told you, I'm a Maine lobster girl, and I'm gonna show you how to do it maximum flavor style. So we're gonna start off with some unsalted butter. We're gonna get it to the point of right before browning. We're gonna add some fresh garlic, about 2 tablespoons worth, and I'm gonna turn off that heat. So we sealed in the flavor, but now we're gonna turn this butter into garlic butter. Stirring around to not let any parts really brown too much. Perfect. So now I'm gonna add some fresh lemon juice to this. And I'm gonna use my other hand to catch the seeds. All right, that's perfect. Now I'm gonna season this with some sea salt and some crushed red pepper flakes for a little bit of heat. Next, 2 tablespoons of fresh Italian flat leaf parsley. Okay. Now you gotta make sure you're doing this with the heat off because that keeps the integrity of the parsley, that aromatic aspect. Now, we're gonna set this aside and we're gonna work on our lobster tail. We've taken our lobster tail and we split it down the middle here. We set our broiler to high. If you're doing this at home, set your oven broiler to high. You don't want to overcook lobster tail, so that's the reason for setting your broiler so high and quick. We're gonna take our garlic butter and we're gonna pour this over our split lobster tail, like so. Yeah, and be generous with it. We wanna make sure that everything is covered by this, even like the shell. Okay, wow, it smells fantastic. Now this goes into our broiler for just a few minutes. About 3 to 4 minutes. All right, so this is ready. Perfect. All right, so we have our garlic butter lobster tail. Now we don't get rid of this extra butter that's on here. We put this into a container, just like how they serve the lobster in Maine with the drawn butter. We serve it with butter that's been infused with the lobster shell, with the garlic. Whew. And that's how you do lobster, maximum flavor style.
Are you addicted to adventure like me? Hit subscribe for more maximum flavor.